And the thing that I marveled at wasn't the fact that he was getting to the rim and doing these fancy stuff. It was like, how is he getting to the rim? How is he doing it? Right? You look at the footwork, you look at the fundamentals, you look at the spacing, the pacing, right? And all those little things, the angles. And that's what becomes fascinating. It's like, okay, how do I get there? Right? So I started studying all those basics. How the family, how's family doing? How the kids doing? He knows my middle child is playing basketball and stuff, right? So he's asking about it, how she's doing. And I said, she's good, she's good. And I said, you know, at 12, I'm like having a hard time remembering what I was doing at basketball at 12. And I'm like, kids nowadays try to do too much. You know, like from a skill standpoint, they try to have them do all this fancy stuff versus like the basic stuff. And so I teach my kids the most basic stuff, and we just do it over and over. But I asked Mike, I said, what were you doing at 12? Do you remember what you were doing at basketball at 12? And he goes, dude, I was playing baseball.
That's right. That's right.
Let that sink in for a second.
That was his dad's
favorite. For people out there who are like overtraining their kids at 12 and like doing all this fancy stuff, just let that sink in for a second.
That's a good point.
So drive a hard bargain. The people that I've always had issues or problems with are the people that don't demand excellence from themselves. I won't tolerate that.
Well, things didn't go your way the first year and it ruined the trajectory of your career. It's either you have it or you don't.
That sounds like excuses to me. I mean, you got to figure it out, right? If you really have an obsession to figure it out, you will figure it out, right? And every puzzle is constructed differently. All right, AI's situation when he came into the league was different than mine. Mike's situation in Chicago was different than mine, right? Everybody has a different puzzle, man. You just got to figure out your own puzzle.